Hey everybody, welcome back.
Welcome back.
We're doing some Limbo stuff, just
Getting-
testing some upper body strength.
Getting real positive up in here.
Yeah.
Hey, kid.
See, that guy back there was real positive about everything too. Just saying. Just
So
saying.
the goal here is to save your sister, which you apparently don't really know unless you look it up.
Actually, there's quite a bit of, I guess,
Hey!
theories. Yeah, the spider's back, and as you, I don't know.
Charlotte is
I don't know if the lighting allowed it, but it actually had a dead body.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, and it just kind of threw it to the
Oh,
ground.
how fun.
Lots of fun.
Yeesh.
Lots and lots of fun.
Come on, kid, you can make that jump.
All day, every day. Oh, hey, I made it my first try.
I call bull.
No, really. No,
Really?
That time I actually got it first try.
Oh.
I don't know how.
I just sworn you died a couple times.
Yeah, no, that sucked.
Well, how are the controls for the game? Like in specifics. Oh.
Sometimes I feel like I felt like the reaction timing to the button input was kind of laggy. Like for example, the first time we encountered the spider. Yeah, haha. First time we encountered the spider, and I just kind of walked into the bear trap. And I'm like screaming in my head. I'm pretty sure I pressed the jump button, seeing how there's only 2 freaking buttons to press in this game. But what, I digress.
It's finicky.
Yeah, it's the controls. They're not slippery because at least when it comes to directions and stuff like that, it's very precise.
It looks pretty fluid.
Yeah, it's the only issue that I had was just like the reaction timing to it. It's just like it wouldn't jump when I wanted it to. It wouldn't it would hold on to ledges when I'm like telling it to let go. That was one thing that I noticed too.
Tribal kids.
Yeah, tribal kids.
And the spider.
They actually get scared away because of the spider, and then you go, hey.
Now, how
This
did you
guy.
get out of that rock?
Oh, you're totally harmless.
Oh!
No, he's not.
He's like, I got him. I finally got him.
Yeah.
And then now what?
This is his dying wish or whatever.
Now what you... Oh, okay. Grab his leg.
Yeah, as he's reaching out for you, you grab his leg and just give it a nice tug. Just,
Yay! I guess.
give me.
He's like dancing on top of it, I guess.
No, it's all in good fun.
Clearly.
I do want to say that there were some facts that I wanted to go over last time that I wasn't able to just because of lack of research. That was totally on my part. I did know some things like the Humble Indie Bundle and stuff like that. Specifically, it was the Humble Indie Bundle 5. It was the 5th one to come out. Interesting that it actually matters that there was a number to
Thanks,
it.
kid.
But yeah. And then you just kind of use his little box or whatever to get that one knocked down.
Oh.
Yeah, what?
Why not use that, guys?
I did have a question for you, Mark, though.
What?
As far as the Humble Indie Bundle goes, what's your opinion on it?
The Humble Indie Bundle?
Or, I guess it's not just limited to the Humble Indie Bundle. I guess it's more the Humble Bundles. Because some publishers will actually sponsor them. Like for a while when I was still working at Jack in the Box, the EA Bundle was really big. Because it had like Dead Space, Mass Effect, a few other really good games. All on the Humble Bundle system.
How fun.
Yeah, and that's a little wormy in his head. And he just kind of drowns. And
I
then
can't swim.
Well, what I hate about the bugs, those little worms, they possess you.
What are you
You'll
doing
see
here?
that later. Dragging a body.
Oh.
I need it.
For science.
Yes, for science. Because I hear hands are delicious.
Raw hands are just gross.
Eh.
Oh.
And
I bet
just
you
kinda-
died here. And now you know what to do.
Yep. A lot of trial and error, buddy. Lots. And here's that worm thing that I was telling you about. This is an interesting thing that it let you know beforehand that those worms on the ceiling actually eat or I'm sorry, not the worms, I guess centipede things in the ceiling eat the worms. And so that's just kind of a cue, like, hey, by the way, stuff happens. Yeah,
That was definitely a trial and error thing right there, because there's a flat area, but there's an elevated area. On the first lift, the lower flat area. Oh,
I didn't even make it to the other side,
you just had to believe.
and I couldn't.
See, that lower area is the trigger to cause that thing to fall, but it's the opposite on this one. You'd have to jump. Yeah, the elevated area is the sensitive one. I thought they were the same, but you'd have to learn that through trial and error. Oh crap, travel men.
And they attack you, and so one of them actually slips and falls into the thing.
Okay.
From the other two, that one gets smushed by that one, and this one you have to kind of lead off, and then he gets smushed by that one. Oh, right before killing you! Yay, timing!
Now I'm sad. Oh man.
Yeah. Okay.
How many of you are you gonna kill here?
Not too
Are
many.
there any more left in the game?
Yes. This world is there's plenty of cannon fodder to murder.
So many things die here. It's
Yeah.
like Bambi's forest.
Except,
It was secret?
except Bambi dies too.
Oh. No, we can be Bambi.
Oh, okay, all right. Leaning more onto the facts. Humble Indie Bundle 5. That one was released with a few games that I actually own. I actually own all of these. Just to kind of go off the list, there's Amnesia: The Dark Descent, Limbo, Psychonauts, Super Brothers: The Sword and Sorcery EP, which was that like weird music game combo thing that it had going on. I have it for the iPhone, and I haven't played it that much, so eventually I would like to do something with it. And then last but not least, my personal favorite, Bastion.
In case you don't know already.
Aw, yeah, buddy. And what's cool about that one was that the soundtrack was part of that bundle for Bastion. If you donated, I think it was saying something like 5 or more to the bundle, you received the soundtrack in addition to Bastion and stuff. So I think that was really cool. I'm trying to think of other facts off the top of my head. I do know that with the Humble bundles, after I think it was like the second one, that was when it started gaining a lot of ground. The whole idea,
Catch.
yeah. Here's the first part with the bug. This took me a while to get, but every time you walk into bright lights, it burns. It goes ah, and then you turn around and you run the opposite direction.
Onward, slave.
Yeah. So, one of the things about the Humble Bundle, though, which I'm a fan of, I have actually yet to actually buy something from the Humble Bundles, just because most of the stuff that I see on the bundles, I own parts of. So, like, I think this week, as it's coming out, there was a few games like Thomas Was Alone that's showing up, and it's like, I already own Thomas Was Alone. Why am I going to buy it again? That kind of a thing. So, it's just, for me, it's just a little bit nitpicky. Like, I already own, one of the 5 games that the Humble Bundle is presenting. I'm not going to get it.
A lot of these games are going to wind up collecting dust anyway.
Yeah.
Virtual dust.
Unfortunately. At least with those statistics coming out that most people that play Steam games, or at least buy games on Steam, never actually play their game. I thought that was an interesting number.
Anybody who owns Steam already knows.
Yeah. With this bundle, though, if my math was correct, it actually got like $1.8 million worth of revenue, which is something worth mentioning, mainly because this game alone, when it launched back in 2010, it launched during the 2010 Summer of Sales, Summer of Arcade, the Xbox thing that they had going on at the time. It generated, I think it was like $7-point-something million worth of revenue. So it's interesting to hear that the Humble Bundle, which included, a lot more games and a lot more content, only generated like 1.8. Like, you would think, at the same time, though, people are paying what they want for these games, as compared to flat out buying it at retail $14.99 when it came out. Yeah, that's also something else that I support, at least with the digital games. The price point for some of them. For example, most indie digital games, or even just some digital games, they'll be at a discounted price. For example, you could get a physical copy for Metal Gear Solid, what is it, Ground Zeroes or whatever, for $30. Or you could get the digital copy for 20. And I feel like in lots of ways, that's how it's supposed to be. You know, that there should be some sort of discounted incentive for not walking away with a disc and a manual and a box. And that sometimes frustrates me.
Or just don't get Ground Zeroes.
Or just don't get Ground
It's a
Zeroes.
demo. Warning.
Yeah, apparently it's a demo for...
That costs $30.
Yeah, it's
Was that intentional?
I did not know what to do. I literally just was running at the thing, and my first instinct is to jump, so there's a little bit of that.
We struck
input.
oil. I'm
Yeah.
rich.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that input lag that I wasn't sure what to do. So normally my initial response is just jump. What the heck? Go for it. Jump. And it didn't respond to me jumping, so I was just I'm drowning. Goodbye.
Wanted to bathe in oil.
Goodbye, cruel world.
I'm gonna buy a yacht.
I'm on a yacht.
How long did these puzzles on average start taking? I mean, I know you edit out the trials or the mess ups, but what do you think the average time spent on these? Were they difficult? Were they impossible to figure out?
Like I said, a lot of the, or I'm sorry, not like I said. I don't think I mentioned this before, and I feel dumb for saying that. Anyways,
Oh, wait a minute, I can't. Oh.
Yeah, I don't have gills apparently.
My Aquaman test failed.
I thought everyone had gills, so that was just a surprise for me. The puzzles, honestly, they'll take 10 minutes each. So if you're taking your sweet time with this game, it could take maybe 3 hours to complete.
Seems like it throws a couple of things at you, kind of out of left field. Like I would not have known the little rabbit creature was supposed to run the wheel down there.
Yeah, that's something interesting about the puzzles and stuff. They had a lot more puzzles in the original playthrough version and stuff, and between 2004, when the development cycle started for this game, 2004, it took 6 years to come out. And I'm not grinding on them because you know what, it's wonderful that you guys made a game. Between the 6 years that it was in development, it was up to 8 to 16 people, depending on what month it was and stuff and how much money they had. It was up to 8 and 16 people to make this game. So I'm definitely not bagging on them for how long they took, but for something that took this long, it was just kind of sad to hear that the number that the lead director used was 70% of the puzzles ended up being cut out. 70%. It's a little more than a majority.
These are so fun.
And
Lively.
Yeah, his excuse for it was they weren't along the lines of what the game was supposed to go for. And I thought...
Horrific murder?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, what were you going for?
Not horrific murder?
Yeah. It's an honest question. Yeah, so just some of the things that came out in July during the summer sale. There were 150 playtesters for it, and I think the number on it was...
How many of them cried at the end?
None of them cried,
Oh.
but I think it was like 30 to 40 of them, on average, would get stumped at puzzles, to the point where they just quit. So how's that?
Well, sounds like a like everyone hates this game. They don't like the puzzles. And he can't swim!
What's the deal with that?
CEO, the director in charge is like, perfect. Perfect.
Good.
I want them screaming at this game. Good. It's only getting worse.
Which is interesting, that not the difficulty, but the grotesqueness of some of the kills and stuff like that in this game. This game was supposed to be left very open to interpretation.
Apparently, they didn't give you anything in, and whoa.
And then you have to catch that and not push that over. Yeah. How's that for, I don't know what to do, help me, Wikipedia search. I mean, luckily, after my second death, I noticed it.
Turns out lack of oxygen is a great motivator for thinking.
Impending doom.
I drowned twice, so let's try and not drown a third time.
Sounds like a plan, Jeff.
We shall rise to the heavens.
Rising to the heavens.
On an uneven board. Oh, but we're reading the end of the part.
Yes. And so, just a heads up, guys, this is a work in progress, and I am terrible at this game, so please forgive us. We will be seeing you guys next time.
Forgive you.